Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and I love my cracked SG. This is my preferred guitar for a clone hero. However, I kind of wish it had the buttons that were more reminiscent to the OG guitar from Guitar Hero 2. So I went on the cracked website and bought some new buttons, so we're going to learn how to install these together. This is going to be a learning experience, so if it helps you out, leave a like and a comment. I'd really appreciate it. But before we install the buttons, first we're going to make sure that the controller is off. You will be able to tell by the LEDs down here. And once you make sure it's off, we're going to turn it aside, press this little button right here, and rip the neck off. We're not going to need the body for this, so we're just going to put this to the side for now. And when you look on the back of the neck, you're going to see some screw holes. These are going to be hexagonal screws, so your traditional screwdriver is not going to be able to get to this. Thankfully, I do have an iFixit toolkit, but if you don't have one yourself, there will be a link in the pinned comment for an Amazon link. It will help me out if you want to grab that. But if it's too rich for your britches, there are some cheaper alternatives that do the job just as well. But also, please use my link because it helps me out. I'd really appreciate it. So we're going to grab our iFixit toolkit. We're going to grab our screwdriver right here. And if you're using the iFixit toolkit, we're going to be using the bit TR10. So we're going to grab this bit right here. We're going to put that in here, and we're going to unscrew all of these, and then we're going to put all of our screws into our little tray right here so we don't lose them. And then once you have everything unscrewed, you should be able to simply lift this out of here. Be very careful. And then we're going to have a couple of Phillips screws hanging out here and here. The rest of this we're going to ignore, but we mainly just got to focus under here. From the iFixit toolkit, we're going to be using a size 1 Phillips. Then we're just going to unscrew this screw right here, as well as this silver one right down here. And we also have a cat visiting us, so wish me luck. Now, we're going to be having some soldering points coming from both ends. There's no ribbons or anything, so when you move this board, you got to be very careful. Move that out of the way, and we're going to see our membrane right here. We're just going to move that out of the way, and now we have access to our buttons. Now we're going to open up this package right here, get our new buttons out, and swap them out. They even come in a little cracked bag as well, so that's really nice too. So we can put these buttons in here without them getting lost. So they just open up like a little Ziploc bag right up here, and then they're going to be individually wrapped. There is also an installation guide. You can scan that if you'd rather do that. But I didn't know that was in there, and I want to help out some people, so here we go. First, we're going to do the green button. And I'm happy that they also do include the rubber bits in there, so it does also lay flatter on the neck board. Just going to slide that out. And slide that in. There we go. Then we're going to take this. And it's mainly just going to be rinse and repeat. Going from green to orange is going to be a little bit harder, so a little bit easier because we have a lot more room to wiggle with down here. Now, where they fit in and where they slide in, I don't think that really matters all that much. I think it's just a matter of as long as everything lines up properly, you should be okay. So it's not like a one-way fit, really. Like, you can put them in like this way or this way. And in case anybody is wondering, no, this does not void your warranty because this is something that Cracked does sell and they encourage you to install it yourself. In fact, they even have a whole guide and everything right here, so you should be okay. It's not too difficult, thankfully. Now that our new buttons are installed, we can reinstall our rubber membrane that there's already cat hair all over it. Thanks, Chloe. However, if you want your buttons to click louder, you don't need this in there necessarily. The buttons will wiggle around more, but this isn't completely necessary, but I like it. I wish there was a little bit more wiggle room around this ribbon right here, but other than that, like putting this back in isn't too difficult. And once the rubber membrane is feeling nice and safe on there, you're free to slide this all back in and screw everything back into place. And then we're going to get our enclosure for the back and screw everything back into place once everything clicks. I lied, there's no satisfying click, but it should be safely on there, so we should be okay. I'm going to start from the bottom. They do each screw one by one. If the screw isn't fitting in right, don't force it through. There's probably something not aligned properly, so like disassemble it and make sure everything's okay and try again. And while you're at it, while you're taking this thing apart, I would say also clean the hand cheese that might be in the crevices from when you're playing. You don't want it to build up. It's not going to ruin your guitar, but it's definitely nasty, so don't leave that cheesy. Now that everything is screwed back together, we're going to quickly test all the buttons, make sure everything feels good. And I like these buttons because they still have the little matte finish in the center just like the other buttons do. And they still have the glossy edges too. But yeah, the camera doesn't really do them much justice. But believe me, it does have a very similar feel to what these buttons feel like. They just have the colors I like. And I like that. And if everything feels okay, we're good to just click this back into place. And now it really looks like the Red Octane SG really grew up to the cracked SG. And because you just replaced buttons, you don't have to update the firmware to make these buttons work. However, I would still check periodically just to make sure it performs the best it can be. And that's mostly it. Thankfully, it's relatively simple. When it comes to third-party buttons, I'm not sure how easily that works. But as long as you buy the buttons directly from Crack's website, this should be as simple to do as I just made it look. So you should be okay. If you got any other questions, let me know in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them. If you want to subscribe, I don't do a lot of Guitar Hero content here. That's going to be mostly on my TikTok. But I just hope that this video helped you because I love the way this looks. I love the way it looks now because it kind of feels like the SG and the Explorer kind of just had a baby and this grew up and now this looks fantastic. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Guitar Hero guitar while we're here? Are you looking forward to Stage Tour? Because one of my favorite bands, Good Kid, is going to be in it. And I can't wait. That's going to be so awesome. But anyway, I hope it has helped you out. Thank you for watching. If you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. The description's going to have places where you can order either different buttons or the iFixit toolkit or any other toolkit you want to get as well. I would say go on my Amazon and grab a Cracked guitar, but if you're going to be buying buttons, get it from the Cracked website with the guitar as well as the buttons, just so you can get free shipping. And I'm debating on buying more Cracked guitars. Whether I get a Les Paul or any other Les Paul, maybe? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you guys to death. And I want to say I'll see you in the next one, but if you're just trying to learn how to do this, you don't have to sub. I don't do this very often. Thank you for watching. I love you guys to death. Have a great one. Peace, peace.